Hey, Suma Shankara here with Be the Alchemy. I've been doing some interesting research on gold. I've always been fascinated with gold. There's a lot of certain properties with gold that's really interesting. It's not able to be generated or created. It is what it is. It doesn't tarnish. Nothing else bonds to it. So it's pretty fascinating in a lot of ways. It's one of the inspirations with like Be the Alchemy, the idea of finding that gold within. I like took that literally, and I found out recently that we actually have gold within our body, and all these other elements. I really got curious about that. I was like, oh wow, I really wonder like how did this all get into our body? It must have come from our mothers and our fathers. They actually had all these elements within them and they pass it on. So we've carried on like holding on to a part of what is in the earth, and all that is in the earth is in us as human beings. And in this research today, when I was finding out like how we have gold in our body, it's because we have gold in this planet, and our bodies are of the body of the earth. And the reason we have gold on this planet is because all of gold was created in the creation of stars. And in the beginning, in the Big Bang, this is all really fascinating. I'm just getting into this. In the Big Bang, it was all hydrogen, and as the hydrogen molecules, which hydrogen is represented with one, it has one electron in its chambers going around. And as those hydrogen molecules like began to interact with each other, it created helium, which created the light, which creates the light that's in the sun. But as those helium, or the hydrogen molecules continue to rub against each other, they form denser and higher uh, like higher elements, like oxygen and carbon and nitrogen and lithium and even water. Water! Imagine water is formed in the sun. It's formed in the gaseous state with all that heat, and all that combustion and all the flames. Water's made. It's in its steam form, but it's still there. And as the sun continues to increase in its elements, increase the amount of like electrons in each of the chambers, so they're getting more dense. The last to be formed is iron, and iron it begins to basically the sun, the star becomes all iron. It starts to like change itself into that molecule, the densest. And as it does so, its center core cools, and the center core was keeping it expanded. It was outputting, and gravity was trying to keep it pulled in, but it had so much output that it was expanding. But as the core begins to cool and become iron, it collapses in on itself with all the other elements. It all gets sucked in with the gravity. And this is what happens in nuclear physics. And this is a nuclear reaction. It implodes, and in that implosion, it's so much force, it's able to create elements beyond iron, like gold and silver and all the other ones in higher in the element. The charge is so powerful that it literally transmutes the chemicals and the elements that are present into something like much more. And so then, after it compresses, it spreads all out into the universe and becomes um, planets and even other suns. That's the birth and life death cycle of the life cycle of a sun and a star or solar system. You know, the sun's like all the gas collect, they form light and ball, and the gravity gets intense and it explodes, and then they become other suns and then parts of other planets, and our planet has all the elements in it. And, well, at least all that we know. There's probably a couple of many multiple elements in different suns and different planets, but all that is on our planet, most of it, can be found within the human body, which means that we are literally, in fact, stardust and elements and collective particles from expanded light, from gases, and it's amazing to think about that. It really is. So ponder that and be the alchemy.